Good evening, everyone. We are live.
Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all well.
Good evening. So, yeah, welcome back to another Friday night live stream. I'm not quite sure which one this is. I think we're on about episode 19 or 18 or something, I think this is. So, it's been going on for a while now anyway, but a quick kind of introduction to everybody. So, if you don't know, my name's Ross from Real Reef. We've got Jay from Jay's Real Reef and Colette from Colette's Marine Tanks joined us tonight. So Colette's kindly joined as a guest host because our usual hosts, Mogsy and Paul. So Paul from Fishpalace and Steve from Mogsy's Aquarium are both unavailable tonight. Mogsy's working and Paul's on holiday. So unfortunately they won't be with us tonight, but you'll have us three to put up with. So if that's not too painful, then we can hopefully keep things going tonight anyway. So yeah, that's really the introductions for this one tonight. So we'll try and keep it as kind of upbeat as we can anyway. We'll kind of miss Steve's banter with his ironing board anyway, I think. So we'll see how we get on. But yeah, so how's things, everybody? How are we doing?
I'm really good, mate. Really good. Just starting to do a bit more coral shopping, to be honest. So I'm starting to look around and starting to buy a few more bits and bobs. But it's just, as I say, I've had a few weeks off because weekends. I don't know if people know this, and it's probably a bit boring, but I lead like Duke of Edinburgh. You know that way. Where you take
boring.
Well, I know the kids love it to take kids on Duke of Edinburgh, but it's been like every single weekend so far. So it's just like I've just not had time to post a video or do some shopping or visit some fish shops or anything like that. So yeah, slowly getting back to it now. But yeah, just looking at some new corals and bits and bobs, just to try and put something new in the tank.
Yeah.
So that's
what you've been looking at then, Jay? Give us some clues, mate. What you've been looking at?
Right. Well,
we don't need exact details. Just some little clues to see what we're going to be in for.
So everybody knows, a bit like Colette as well, that I am a massive torch fan. In fact, is it Esme? Is it Esme? She's a torch fan as well, isn't she?
She is. She loves the torches.
Yeah, I saw her on your video and I was like, oh my God, I hope you got some money if you're going torch shopping.
Oh, honestly, lost all the money.
It's like suck up your money torches. But yeah, so there's always one torch that's eluded my collection. But I'm onto a man called Northern Reefer on Instagram. And we're in negotiations and it's looking pretty good now. So he just wants some of my money, then we're on the way. And I might just have the torch that I've always wanted, which is one that Grail. So
I think we lost you there, Jay. Just at the crucial moment we lost you, I think.
I think I can guess what he was saying anyway.
Oh, you'll have to get into YouTube now.
I think we all know what he's going for.
Yeah, so it's the torch that Colette's already got, and I'm very jealous. But it's the Holy Grail torch.
Yay!
I just need to
send have you borrowed Paul's internet tonight, mate?
Is it my internet?
Go put some pennies in that meter.
Bloody hell, Yorkshire broadband is.
Tight Yorkshireman.
Tight Yorkshireman, yeah.
I'm liking the product placement, Jay. It actually looks really good because you've got your Yorkshire tea and then your Corona just in the windsill.
And only that, because it's a special night just before the England final. I've even got my pick and mix out for tonight, look.
Oh, what is in there?
All sorts, mate.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm such a sweet person as well. This is like not fair.
How good is pick and mix? It's almost as good as corals, isn't it, really?
I think it's on par.
Which is more colourful, the pick and mix or the coral tank? I don't know. I think the pick and mix still wins.
Yeah.
I'd rather go for the pick and mix, mate, but that's because I love sweets. So.
Yeah. Well, maybe the corals are cheaper than the pick and mix at the cinema. Maybe.
Oh, did that come for the cinema?
No, this one's. I don't want to advertise somebody else.
I was going to say, are you talking right now?
No, it's not even a friend or anything. Like someone just.
No, that was just from a shop then.
I'd say someone just sent me him. It was my mum that sent me him, but.
Nice.
What a good mum.
Yeah, she's a good mum. Yeah, she sent me them. So yeah.
So how's the tank doing, Jay? So how's things with your tank? Because obviously we've not seen it.
I've sorry, I was looking at something else going on. So I've just cleaned it out. I cleaned it. I've got a little routine now, so I clean it about 2 hours before I come on the live stream. So Friday night is now cleaning night. So it looks on point. It's like got its makeup on at the moment. It's looking really good.
Well, I see Black Pearl Reef commented on that earlier, saying thanks looking clean, Colette. It's almost like you clean it knowing you'd be on here tonight. So I take it you do the same thing then, Jay, as Colette.
It's the only time I ever clean it.
Tank is looking clean. I think we need to let into a secret. We all clean our tanks before we come on here. Before that, it's like completely green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Confession. Yeah, so I've given it it's 1 hour. It takes me about an hour to do its daily, kind of weekly maintenance. So I've vac the sand, clean the glass, clean the back wall. I run 2 filter systems on here. So I run the filter sock and the filter floss. Oh. So I know people don't like filter socks, do they? But
no, I hate them.
No one likes them, but I like the one in this tank.
I think.
So what size is the filter sock you've got, Jay?
I use.
Is it one of the small ones? Because how the hell do you clean it? Because when I had mine in, I put it in the very first time when I was cycling the tank. After I'd cycled the tank.
So I use the 225 microns. So it gets out the rubbish, but it doesn't take everything out. So it doesn't strip the nitrates.
So can you turn that inside out to clean it, or is it just a nightmare?
So we'll rinse them out with RO water, and then let them dry, and then put them back in. And I really like it, but people just don't like them. People prefer like cups, filter cups, with media in, or filter floss. But on this little tank, and I don't know if it's just this tank, it seems to work pretty well having the sock in. I quite like it. So yeah, so I cleaned that up. What else is happening? Oh, I've managed to get my skimmer to work for the first time properly.
No way.
That's quite a breakthrough thing this week. So normally I don't know if everybody else has skimmers, but mine's like it either skims loads and I'm like emptying it once a day, or it doesn't skim anything. But in the last week, I've managed to skim. So I mean, the filter cup is quite small here. Let me just grab it. So it's only a small one.
Jay, I just absolutely crapped myself there when I seen your fans diving into the tank, and I thought, oh no. See how you flipped that forward there? It looked like the fans fell in, and I thought, yeah. It was just the way they come down, and I thought, oh no.
So it's only a small filter cup.
Yeah.
But I managed to dial it in, so I'm only emptying it once every 3 days. And then the stuff that's in there, oh my God, it's absolutely stinks.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of them things, like, I don't know if it's a bit weird, but you just have to kind of smell it, don't you, really? It's weird. It's like when you cook when you cut your toenails, it's just like you have to sniff it, don't you?
Oh my God.
I'm only joking, no, but it's just like I've managed to skim it, so it's just taking out the rubbish and not having to empty the filter cup all the time. So that's quite good.
So I'm just going to jump in here. I just noticed that Coral Reef Queens is posted saying, evening from my hospital bed, connections traps may not be around long. So I just want to say I'll get well soon to, I think it's Jodie from Coral Reef Queens. She's in hospital just now and has been for a week, I think. So hopefully, hopefully she's feeling better soon. So get well soon on that one.
Yeah, get well soon. She's from Yorkshire as well, so God bless you.
Yeah. Yorkshire lass.
Yorkshire lassie, she'll just brush it off, she will.
I loved her post about the dosing, because she's obviously she's on a drip, isn't she, at the moment? And she was like, "Oh, it's not as good as Red Sea, but this is my drip."
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, that's so good.
Get well soon.
Yeah.
So skimmer's working good then, Jay. That's where we got to. Sorry.
Yeah, I know it's not really breaking news and not that exciting, but it's taken me a while to kind of get it to work how it should work. I don't know if other people have problems with skimmers, but they're just like they're a bit like hit and miss, aren't they?
Takes a while to get used to one, that's for sure. When you've not had one before.
Yeah, just dialing it in so it's just taking the crap and not all the water out. That's hard.
Yeah.
So that's been happening. What else? Oh, I've seen my crab for the first time in a week. He's been.
No way.
I don't know what. So what happens is when he loses his shell, he tends to hide for about 2 weeks before that. So I don't know if it's like the stress and because I know that it's quite a stressful thing for the inverts before they lose their shell that they kind of hide or they're a bit inactive. So yeah, I've seen him for the first time tonight, and he's just eating a really big piece of shrimp, so he'll be really happy tonight. It's good.
Happy days. My hermit crabs do that as well, Jay. Just before they're getting ready to kind of shed their skin, they just disappear for. It can be about a week. They just kind of hide up in the rockwork, and then I don't see them again. And then all of a sudden they come back, and you see the mold float about the tank that they've ditched. So it's kind of standard thing with that.
It seems weird, but they have little personalities, don't they, as well? Really.
Yeah.
Like, even though they're tiny little crustaceans, they do have a bit of a personality about them.
You don't need to tell me about crabs having personalities, mate. I already know that.
Free the crab!
Free him! Get him back in
there.
Come on, I want to see a video where it says...
He's still in there.
Oh, the calendar's back up!
Oh, no.
That was a great spot, that was.
He's still got some entertainment, shall we call it, I think.
He is happy. He is a happy crab.
It must be a small one. It must be is that July? Because obviously she hasn't got many clothes on.
That's the centerfold, mate. I just left it at the centerfold one.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't want to confuse him and give him a calendar because then he'll think his sentence is longer than it actually is. He's in there for life, so.
Get the crab back in the main tank. We want to see a video of what it does.
I've not got the guts to put it back in there. 2 reasons. I don't want to lose my corals and I don't want to lose my conch because my conch is actually one of my favourite things in that tank just now. So I don't want to kill my conch and take the shell after that. That's not really good. So
does your conch climb up onto the rockwork as well? Like actually quite high up on the rockwork?
That was something I was going to say because of the whole time I've had it, it hasn't really done that until about maybe 2 weeks ago, and now it's started climbing over the rocks. I don't know if it's because there's not enough in the sand for it to actually eat on or what it is, but it's now started climbing up the rocks, and I'll be totally honest with you, I didn't even know it could do that until I seen it halfway up the rockscape and panicked a little bit, but then realised that it was fine. So I take it yours climbs out everywhere as well, does it? Yeah,
so I couldn't believe how strong they are. They can get quite high up the scape with that little foot that they've got, can't they? And he does a pull-up. I've got two, and they kind of do pull-ups and things.
Yeah, mine
gets to the very top of the tank. Yours go to the top, do they?
Yeah, right to the top. Sometimes they actually go out of the water, and I'm like, stop, the Great Escape.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I didn't think they could do that, to be honest with you, but I mean, I've seen it in my tank. So.
Back down.
Yeah, my snails poke out the top sometimes, actually. When am I doing a video? Oh, no, I know. It's been about 3 weeks since I've done a video. I'm onto it. As I say, I've been with loads of teenagers in Derbyshire Peak District doing Duke of Edinburgh every weekend. So, yeah, that's what's been happening. And this weekend, I might be able to get one out this weekend, but there is something going on Sunday, so I might not be suitable to make a video if it's Sunday.
Of course.
I've got plenty of time on Sunday, mate. I don't know what's happening.
Hey, have you heard? If we win, we get a bank holiday, but you don't.
Do we get a bank holiday?
That's what they're saying.
Oh.
Terrible, that is.
I hope we win just for that.
Yeah. We can go bank holiday coral.
The good thing with my job is I don't even get bank holidays up here.
Oh.
What's You have a different system up there, don't you? I don't know what it is, though.
But they get everything
I'm not
for free,
sure.
it's fine.
I know. Free
free
electric, free gas.
Free education, we get free pharmacies, free everything. Yeah, it's horrible living up here.
Awful.
By the way, Colette, you've got the best room there. I mean, look at that. What's going on there?
I've got the disco lights on. Got the drinks out.
There we go. I think it was actually Secret Reef had asked what everyone was drinking tonight.
Oh, okay.
All right, okay.
What we got?
I'm on the summer beers. This is what I drink when the sun's out, but the sun isn't out at the moment, but it's quite warm.
It looks nice and chilled anyway, mate. You're dripping everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's going everywhere.
What are you on, Colette?
The thing is, though, it hasn't got a line.
So I've got my usual diluting juice in my cup here, just something a bit different. But I've also got what we're on tonight, Glenfiddich Fire and Cane. This is quite a nice whiskey actually. This one. This is it's got a kind of smoky taste to it, but also a kind of sweet toffee taste as well. So it's actually really nice, this one. But no one that I usually have very often. So got that one sitting there for in a bit.
When we meet up, Ross, you can educate me on whiskies. You promise, yeah?
Don't get me started, mate. We'll not shut up all night.
No, you need to educate me.
I also don't know how you would be with whiskey. I think that's it would be funny to see you on whiskey, I think, mate.
Yeah, I think you'd be a lightweight.
I'll get giddy pretty quick. Yeah, pretty giddy pretty quick though.
Yeah.
What's in the shell, Colette?
I'm the odd one out here anyway. I didn't get the memo about wearing that t-shirt as well.
I know.
What's going on?
Ah, no.
Look at that. They look good, they do. They look really good.
What was it?
Yeah, it
was
was
that
Ross's idea. We wanted to
Yeah.
match.
It's
Oh, yeah.
Ross will be moving house soon after a number of is sold of that t-shirt. That's the top seller that is now.
I wish, mate, I wish.
Isn't that the top seller? That one?
No,
Orange
it's not
juice
actually.
Which one's the top seller? Free the crab?
Free the crab.
No, the top seller is actually the We'll Dance for Coral one. That seems to be the most popular one. That's,
I'll dance for Coral.
That's sold more than. Yeah.
I did actually want to buy it, but I thought I'm going to get kicked off Instagram if I buy it. I can't do it.
So OnlyFins is a safer bet, is it?
One is the OnlyFins one. I think that is my favourite.
Yeah.
But that came out after I bought mine. It's just what I mean. It's like a bloody scam. So you buy one, then a better one comes out, and it's just like you end up spending a load of money.
I haven't done any for a few weeks, mate. I think I'm just going to leave it as the ones there is now. I'm not going to keep adding more and more and more.
Could do with swimwear next, because obviously it's summer.
Swimwear.
Well, believe it or not, when I was looking at it, they did actually have swimwear, and I thought, no, there's no way that I can produce OnlyFins swimwear. That's just wrong on all levels.
When we all go on holiday to visit Coral Reefs, we've all got bearded reef swimwear on.
I would be getting kicked off Instagram if I wore that.
What's everybody else drinking anyway?
Right, well, I'm drinking a Purple Rain.
A what?
A Purple Rain. So it's my own concoction of it because I don't have all the ingredients. So I've got some blue bowls.
Yeah.
Got some blue WKD. Some cherry sours.
You know what? I bet that is so nice. But dangerous.
It's dangerous, but it's really great.
Yeah, I'll be battered in no time on that.
I don't think I've had a blue WKD for a long time.
Oh, it's all I drink.
It's actually really nice if it's a sunny day or something outside to have one of them, but I don't think I could sit and drink them all night.
No, it's not all I drink. I do drink a lot of gin when I'm drinking, but I decided to make a cocktail tonight.
I think that's good. I'm trying to find a drink where I don't get a hangover now. Now I've hit 40. It's like every drink that I have, it just gives me a hangover.
Yeah, like I don't think that's going to happen, mate. I think you're just stuck right now.
Have we got any whiskies that don't give hangovers? That'll be good.
I'm not sure there
is. Believe it or not, with me, if I sit and drink beer or lager or something at night time, then I get a killer hangover. With whiskey, I don't really get one. Now, I don't know if that's a common thing with people, but I don't really get much. You get a slight sore head and a dry mouth and so on, but I don't get much of a hangover with whiskey as compared to what I do with vodka or anything else like that.
That's a Scottish thing, Ross.
Maybe it's probably because it was in my bottle when I was a wee boy, just getting in the pram and having whiskey. Believe it or not, actually, now, I don't know if you've heard this or not, but supposedly if a baby's teething, if you rub whiskey on their gums, that's meant to be good for them. But
whiskey or brandy.
There you go. Obviously, I've done a lot of teething when I was younger then.
Jesus. Oh my God, the tip of the day.
This was the one actually I was going to say. Julie's posted up here saying the conch reminds me of Nunu from the Teletubbies. Now, I actually thought that, but I didn't want to have the guts to say that reminded me of that. But it totally does. That's what I think mine reminds me of anyway.
Yeah.
That little Hoover thing.
Yeah.
With its long nose.
There you go, Jay. Premium alcohol helps with hangovers and be hydrated.
Yeah. I think there's things you can do like when you get home, you know, like after you've been drinking, you get home before you go to bed.
Yeah,
like,
you can have a shower.
That'll be good when you're steaming.
I know, but this is the thing, right? You just don't remember when you get home, do you? Like, I'm just trying to find. I struggle to find my bed. Never mind, like all these little remedies and have a shower and whatever else you gotta do.
I've got a feeling if I come home steaming drunk and went for a shower, I would flood my house and destroy the place. There's no way that I could have a sensible shower. I'd be there laughing with the hose and everything, spraying
a few times.
So
yeah, that's dangerous. There you go, Jay. There's another tip for you. Just stick to lager shandy.
Shandy baths. Oh my god. You know what? A lager shandy after you've done sport is a really nice, refreshing drink. If you play football and have a lager shandy, it's amazing.
What sport, Jay? I don't know what that is, mate.
Sport. To be fair, I don't do as much as I should know.
I also don't know what a lager shandy is.
Oh, no way. Lager shandy's brilliant. It's like.
Oh, no, I do actually know what one is, but I've just never drank one because it's such a weak drink. You know, it's for weaklings.
You have a blue version of it.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, it's not strong enough.
No, it's not strong enough.
Blue balls. I've never had. Is that how you pronounce it? Blue.
Yeah, I chucked that line out there, Jane. Thought you would dive straight in for it, and you went for it as well. I thought
blue balls. When was the last time you had blue balls, Ross?
Never. Never.
Lucky man.
I don't even think I've tried the drink.
You've never
blue
touched it, no?
No, I don't think I have. What is it? Is it just a kind of liqueur thing, I take it?
You know what? I don't know. I only got it because it mixes into a purple ring quite nicely. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what it's made out of.
What was the drink they used to have years ago? I don't know if it was just up here, but you used to get it and it was blue WKD and something else, and they called it a cheeky Vimto. But I think it was port.
Port.
Yeah, it was. That was really nice. I'll give you that. That was a good one.
Yeah. I used to have cheeky Vimtos all the time as well.
We used to do them in one of the nightclubs up here. That was kind of the thing that everybody went for. But I'm talking, that was going back a while now.
They used to do in Benidorm. They used to do a fat frog, and that was like a reef, the orange and passion fruit reef with WKD. That was good.
Ah.
That sounds good. I used to love that original reef. It's like it was like breakfast orange juice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
You don't get it now, do you?
No.
No, you don't get it anymore.
Jesus, here's a lucky guy, Scott Morrison, 47 and had 5 hangovers in a lifetime.
Wow, how's he doing that?
How is he doing that?
I have no idea. And that's why I'm drinking big Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So I think the fact he's had no hangovers is because he's just been drunk right through the weekend. That's maybe why.
I think he has a glass of milk when he gets in. I've been told that's another remedy.
Maybe.
That guy, Scott's seasoned though. He's immune to it, about it now. Jesus.
He's another Scotsman as well, though. He is from Scotland, so that might explain it.
Yeah. They're used to the drink.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was going to say? Actually, I don't know. Was it on the live stream that somebody mentioned that if you have a glass of water between every drink, that's meant to be a cure for hangovers or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know someone who does that actually, and it works.
It just you wouldn't want to get stung with that every time.
Around with that every time they have the water, that'd be good. But I'd time it. That's how Yorkshire I am. I'd time it so I hit their water round.
So I know this is meant to be your refit, but put in the chat what your favourite drink is, because there's quite a few interesting ones coming up here actually. Greenie Meanie, lager, cider, and blue balls. That sounds interesting.
That sounds dangerous as well.
That does sound dangerous.
Lager and cider. That's a definite headache in a bottle or in a glass.
Here's another one. Best drink: Grateful Dead, Long Island iced tea minus cola plus Chambord. Never had that. That's a new one.
I do apologise. It's because it's so hot. My alarm keeps going off, and then the fan's coming on, and then the alarm's going off.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Is that your D&D? Is it?
Yeah.
Temperature.
Oh no, the temperature thing is the ink bird, but it won't.
Oh.
We don't have like a setting for the volume on it, and it does my head in.
God, that doesn't go off at night, does it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh no.
It's a nightmare.
You did have problems. Was it that you had problems with, or was it the temp? Was it your?
Yeah, no, it was the ink bird. It completely packed in. But I then got sent an inkbird for free afterwards. So I was like, right, okay, I was gonna go for the D&D, but if you're gonna get sent one for free, then you're not gonna change, are you? But
no.
But yeah, I think.
So what's the script of the inkbird? Is the inkbird the one that you can control from your, or not control, but view on your phone? Has it got the app for it? Is it?
Yeah, so there's a Wi-Fi one, which I have got a spare one of that's not been used. But the Wi-Fi one doesn't allow you to. There's 2 plugs that comes with the one that's non-Wi-Fi, and one's for heating and one's for cooling. So similar to the D&D. So when obviously it gets too hot, it turns the cooling on straight away. The Wi-Fi one doesn't do that, so it doesn't. There's not a slot for it to. The fan to come on, which I don't understand why. You'd surely, if you were making a Wi-Fi one afterwards as an upgrade, you would make sure it had that, but it doesn't. So I went for the standard one anyway, but it's really annoying.
Yeah, it's quite loud. MB reefing, that's good. I always take my paracetamols the morning after. I should just get on with them straight away, shouldn't I?
Oh yeah, I do that as soon as I get in.
What, have the paracetamol?
Yeah, it's the way forward.
See,
I've never tried that.
I haven't tried it.
No. So Rudra's asking here, do you have to calibrate the inkbird or is it straight out of the box? I don't know that one, Colette. Do you know?
No, I didn't have to calibrate it straight out of the box, but I've calibrated it since just to check that it's working correctly.
That's good. What's your temperature?
Here's Jamie also said that on the inkbird 308 Wi-Fi that it has heating and cooling.
Is it what? 26.8?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's 26, but my fans are still on at the moment.
Yeah, my fan's still on. I can hear my fan, but
Ross's struggles to get to 25.
Yeah, it's just sitting there quite steady, mate. No issues.
Your fans are brand new, though, aren't they? You've never.
Well, you know what? I got my fan only like a month, maybe just over a month ago now. Yeah. And as soon as I got my fan, I put it on the side of my tank. Schoolgirl error, didn't tighten the screws enough. It went straight into the tank the moment I put it on.
Did it break?
No, it's working fine. But it's still working fine, but I left it for like 2 days before I used it because I was like, I'm not going to risk this blowing up.
Oh my god, was it on as well?
Yeah, it was turned on.
It blew the fish across the tank, you know. Yeah. You've got basically like 4 wave makers there.
So there's a couple of comments here that are saying that you can get the inkbird 308 Wi-Fi, which has heating and cooling. So there's Jamie said that, and then there's a couple of people. UKM 120 said it does heating and cooling, and Salty Vegas as well. So there must be another one.
There must be another one then, right? Well, I was sent one that was a Wi-Fi version as an upgrade, but it didn't have the heating and cooling. So I'm not sure exactly what type. There's quite a lot of different inkbirds that you can get. So maybe they've brought out another one since.
Yeah. So going back to Scott Morrison not getting the hangovers, it turns out that he's actually also had less than 30 minutes to live and survive both. Told the brain surgeon that, and he said, wow, third time lucky.
Wow.
So it turns out Scott Morrison really should put the lottery on and just
100%,
really
one lucky person.
I reckon I want to go out with Scott Morrison. He seems to have a good night out to me. He seems to really enjoy himself.
Not sure you'd be able to handle it, Jay.
Well, I'll be out for about 30 minutes with him, I think. All right, go for a kebab now. See you later.
So Algae Warrior said he's just started using the, I don't know how you pronounce that, BI heater controller from Amazon. I haven't seen that one. I don't know if it's just in the US or not, but yeah, because I think the DD one's about 50 quid, is it not?
Like 46 or something, so it's very close. Yeah, that's why I was put off with it. You're going to get one for free, you might as well save yourself nearly 50 quid.
Yeah. You wouldn't turn it down, would you? No chance.
However, 50 quid to save yourself sleep is maybe worth it.
That's true, and touch wood if the DD ones are slightly more reliable. Now, I don't know if they are or not, but I think it seems to be split kind of 50-50 between people that have inkbird and people that have DD ones. I haven't seen there been much to say one's better than the other, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that's Debbie said DD with titanium heater is a brilliant
Yeah.
combo, very reliable. That's what I run.
That's what
Mine's
I
just,
run as
I think
well.
I've got the 100-watt one in my tank, which is more than enough for that little tank I've got.
They're like, that's like gin and tonic, basically. Those two to go together so well. The heater and the titanium heater and the D&D controller.
Yeah, that was something I wanted to upgrade to be fair, because I've just got a standard heater that I'd picked up. I've got quite a few spares though, just in case, but I do want to upgrade to the D&D, both heater and controller.
Yeah.
So do you guys run two heaters in your tank as a redundancy type thing, or do you just run one and have a spare ready?
Yeah, just have a spare ready, just run one.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Same here, yeah. Just got a spare ready.
I just seem to see a lot of people recently that have run two heaters in the tank, basically ready. You know, I think you set one slightly lower than the other so that if one packs in, the other one takes over and so on. But I don't really know. I mean, I think given the temperature we've got just now, I think you would have quite a while before you had issues if your heater packed in. Okay, that's if it stops working. If it goes upscale, there's nothing you can do to stop that anyway. You're not going to stop that with a second heater.
Yeah.
So,
to be fair, because I'm upstairs and this is in a bedroom and the house is really hot as it is, that would be a disaster in my, even if I had the temperature set like to the lowest setting, it would still be really high in here.
Yeah.
I have the same problem. Exactly the same problem. Yeah, my tank always wants to run high.
Yeah.
The fans kick in. At this time of year, they're on every day at some point.
Yeah.
Try and cool the surface down. But again, that's quite a good thing because the fans can aerate the water. So they're going to add oxygen into it. And then if you've got your windows open, which I have, the pH is buffered. So, you know, it's not a bad thing. There's a bit of noise, but actually for the chemistry of the water, it's actually better.
Yeah. I mean, that noise is actually quite soothing of the fan. It's just the inkbird that's frustrating.
So it seems to be kind of split in the chat between inkbirds and DD. Like I said, I mean, a lot of people are saying inkbirds are good. UKM120 said that he's done DD and inkbird controllers and happy with both. So I think I don't really think there seems to be. Oh, here's an interesting one actually. Inkbird 306A has the dual heating socket, so that's got 2 sockets for heaters.
Wow, that's good.
Must be
if
for
you've
the
got a large
redundancy.
tank, that you might need that, might you?
Well, that's a good shout as well. Actually, I didn't think of that, but I think as long as your room isn't too cold or whatever, then you should be fine. I mean, I dare say people in America that live in houses where the aircon's on all the time, and you know you've got quite a cooler house might be a bit of an issue, but I don't really think we've got that problem here.
Not this summer. Jeez.
No.
There's a lot of rain at the
So
moment.
there's one. One thing BRS said is to set a timer and just change your heater every year if you've got a cheap heater. Chance of faulty heater reduced. So that's really quite a good thing actually, if you just plan to change your heater rather than leaving it till it burns out.
Yeah.
That's a safer thing to do, isn't it? It's like servicing your car. You just service it before anything goes wrong. It kind of, you don't have the problems, do they?
No.
I've still not cleaned my sump yet though. I don't know why I haven't, man. I daren't do it. So I've obviously this has been running, and is it 9 months now? And I haven't vacked it once. And I got my phone camera down the back of it earlier, and it does look a bit grim. A bit in areas, it looks a bit grim. So, but
what to do, Jay? See when you're doing your next.
What's that?
When you're doing your next water change, mate, just put the siphon hose in that back chamber and just take some of it out. I wouldn't do drastic amounts to start with. If you've not done it in 9 months or so, then.
You know, I mean, you know that nutrient crash that I had. That scared me to death. So I'm just scared of over cleaning, which is what I did. I over cared for the tank, which then caused it to crash. I nearly lost my corals, and then my head nearly fell off because it cost too much money. And then, so then I'm just scared that I take too much, you know, like of the natural bacteria out the back of the tank. So I've kind of been put off by it. But I've got to start doing it, I think.
Just add some like good bacteria in once you've done it. The exact time.
Yeah. So
you know, like the pure balance balls, add some stuff like that in once you've vacced.
And that will help, will it?
Yeah.
Pure balance balls.
Yeah, I'll show you one sec.
Yeah. So Rudra, I don't know what strategy I'm going to use for cleaning it, but I just don't want to over clean it. I'm really scared about losing all the. What's this then?
Oh wait, where's the?
Pure Reef balance. I haven't actually seen them before.
Evolution Aqua, and they're really good live beneficial bacteria. So I always add them once I've done a really big clean in the sump. Or
What is it? Is it a ball?
yeah, they're just. Show you.
Is it like a little jelly ball type thing?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
do they dissolve?
Yeah, and they
yeah.
dissolve as time goes on.
Oh wow! I didn't know they existed.
Yeah.
And what
So
do they?
you
What
used to
do they
get one
what they
similar.
release?
What was that?
Is it just nitrifying bacteria that it releases?
Yeah, it just says that it's beneficial bacteria, so it's enzymes, groundbreaking technology. It doesn't actually say more about it, but it converts the ammonia and nitrite in the tank. So
Stop ammonia crash into. Good. I've never seen those. Never ever seen those. But
I did see you used to get ones that were clearing the water, basically like a vibrant type thing. It was to give you clear water. That was the ones that I'd seen previously, but I'd never seen those ones that you've got, Colette.
Yeah, this one also does that. So I think that it does say live bacteria and enzymes, clear water, digest waste, reduce skimmer maintenance, improves biological diversity, cycles new aquariums, rapidly matures filter media, and creates a balanced ecosystem.
Well, that sounds win-win.
You do an advert for them.
No.
I'm sold. Are you on commission?
I wish I was. I wish I got these for free, to be honest.
Sponsor. No, I'm going to check those out, actually. How much do they cost, though, first, before I say I'm buying them?
If I remember rightly, they were only like £10 something. They weren't expensive.
That's
I've not
good.
got a price tag on this one, but they weren't expensive.
See, that's good.
And you get 3 packs of those balls in. I use 1 pack, but obviously your tanks are smaller, aren't they?
Oh, dear. He's brilliant. He is brilliant.
Black Pearl Reef definitely needs to take up comedy. He's so good.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I've got a few corals in mind, but a lot of people have got a lot more corals than me. And if your tank crashed, how do you get over that?
I don't think I would.
I think I need to
So there's
check
a question
this.
for you. Do you think that if the worst come to the worst and that happened, God forbid, we hope it doesn't, but if it did, do you think you'd be able to keep going, or do you think you would just pack in?
I'd need to save up again.
Very
I
true.
would definitely need to save up again. Jeez. Because what's in the tank now is equivalent to what all the kit is. That's how crazy it is. And then obviously, like Colette's must be more in the tank than the equipment now. Surely.
Yeah, I was adding this up the other day, and I think I've probably got about 5-6 grand's worth in my tank altogether. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I only started this tank in September last year. So to think that money has gone out and I've not even really noticed it that much is mad. It blows my brains. I could have gone to like Florida or whatever for that.
It's crazy. So I have an app called Aquarium now, which is
Oh, I've got that, mate. It's quite good, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. If you've got Android, that's all I've got for having Android now. God.
And if you've not got Android, Pocket Marine.
Everybody at work's like, oh, get with the times, get an iPhone. I'm like, no, I like my Android. And this on here, you've got like an itinerary thing, so you can do all your itinerary of what you've spent, and that's how I've calculated it. I've worked out on there now that there's more inside than there is outside in equipment. It's crazy. That's why you should be able to get insurance.
Yeah.
I would insure my livestock and corals.
Yeah, same here.
So that's UKM120 said, does anyone insure the tanks for that worst case scenario? Now, we touched on this in a very early live stream. Now, to my knowledge, nobody insures actual tanks for the contents. So I had a freshwater tank that burst when I worked offshore. I came back home from being on the rig for 2 weeks and the tank had burst. Now, it was only 125 litres, I think it was, but that was enough to completely basically destroy the house. So I had to get all new carpets, new flooring, new skirting boards, new plasterboard, everything. And the house absolutely was stinking. As soon as I opened the front door of the house, I knew there was something wrong straight away. So I contacted my home insurance, and basically what they said was that they wouldn't replace anything that was in the tank. that they replaced the tank stand, and all the carpets, everything. They'd done everything. Yeah. They just didn't replace the contents. Now, it was only a freshwater tank, so there was nothing really of great value in it. But if that happened to a coral tank, I mean, you'd be absolutely gutted. At least your house would get fixed and so on. But I'll be perfectly honest with you, I ended up selling that house and moving out because the damp smell never ever went away. Couldn't get rid of the damp smell at all. You would open the door and smell it every time. So I ended up moving house after that, and that was only 125 litres. So people who have big, massive tanks, I don't know how they cope after that.
No, I have to admit I'd be devastated. I don't think I'd come back from it. Or if I did, I think it would take me a long time to want to start up again.
Yeah. I'd have to have a few months. I'd have to have a couple of months out just to get my head together and then start again.
Yeah. I think I would start again because I do love having.
Maybe what you need to come up with a plan, like frag a little bit of everything you've got.
Yeah.
Put it in your mate's tank, and then if it happens, call it all back in, can't you?
Yeah, Jay, are you trying to just get some free coral there?
I think so.
It's a good idea.
That is a plan. No such thing as free coral, I don't think.
Jay, I take it from that you're wanting Colette to frag some of the Holy Grail and just donate some to your tank to look after it. Is that what it was?
Grail. I'll look after a starfish, the red one. Ruby.
Oh, do you like that? Do you like Ruby red?
Your Christmas tree coral, the Christmas tree rock, sorry, I'll look after that as well. Yeah, there's quite a few. Yeah, so Reef King is right. He could have bought a house. He spent an absolute fortune.
Yeah.
Respect, mate. I don't know how you do it. It must be loaded.
Yeah. Yeah, it must be.
Not now. He spent it all on coral.
Well, I don't know. But he gets.
He might have sold enough coral though to earn it back. I don't know. You don't know. He sells it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But I think his coral prices are very, very cheap for what I've seen anyway. I don't think he's charging top dollar for them. So
no.
I think since I've had my tank 8 months, he's had about 6 tanks or something.
If not more.
I know, yeah.
So Secret Reef here's commented here, and I'm going to throw it out there and say that his acorn garden is by far the best I've ever seen. That is something else.
Yeah, 1000%, hands down.
I don't think I've seen another one that's quite as good as that, to be honest.
But I've seen the rainbow ones, and I do fancy one of those, to be honest.
Yeah, they are amazing, the rainbow ones.
It's the amount that he's got on that one rock. I mean, I don't know quite how big that rock is, so I'm not seen it in person, but it looks phenomenal with all those acorns on it.
It is quite a big rock, actually, when you look at it from the whole tank. It takes up quite a big amount of space.
What tank is it he's got again?
That's asking me. I can't really remember.
I don't think it's massive, though, is it?
It's bigger than mine.
Can't remember. I need to go have another look again.
So
yeah.
I can't even remember, and I speak to him all the time as well. Sorry, Matthias, you're going to have to tell us.
Yeah, hopefully will. So yeah, there's a good comment from Roger saying you can insure the cheapest part of your marine aquarium hobby, which is true. You can insure the tank, but nothing that's inside it. So
that's it. I'm going to have to shut the window because it's too loud. 1 second.
That must be because people would claim way too much on it. That's what it'll be. They're like, oh, yeah, well, Grail.
I don't think there's no insurance company out there that would ever take the risk on insuring a tank like that. I don't think, even if it was a specialist one-off thing, I just don't think they would do it.
No.
Where are we? There you go. Batship Reaper saying, Jay, you need one. I think he's.
Acans quite easy to look after.
Yeah, I've never had any issues with the acans. Yeah. As long as you don't have your torches next to them, I think they can sting quite easily. Like the torch can sting the acan quite easily.
Can it? You don't need rainbows to get a beautiful garden. Yeah, that's true. If you need loads of them, don't you? But I haven't got room for loads, so that's why I thought a rainbow, because it's got pretty much all the colours in one.
Yeah, I get when I go any shops, I always have a look for like the one-off acan frags to try and build it up, and I'm getting there, but it's nowhere near where Matthias is at. But that's what he's done.
This is absolutely stunning. Jay, Backshift Reefer's saying that you need one, but then he's also said after that Zoa garden though. What's happening with the Zoa garden, Jay? How's it coming on?
Yeah, what's happening with it? So It's not time to sort it out. So there's 3 things I want to do at the moment. Holy Grail, which I'm onto that now. That is pretty much sorted. I want a button scolly, but a really nice one.
Yeah.
And I don't know where you find the button. All I would keep seeing is the normal ones. I can't find a button one just for my little tank.
Keep your eye on Zoa Marines, because they from time to time have them in, and they're really good prices. They're like £50. So
are they?
Yeah.
I like a colourful one. That's
where I got mine from, and that's a rainbow one. It's stunning.
There you go, Jay. There's the offer of the night for you, mate.
Oh, what a gent! A 5 foot. I don't even know if that'll fit in this room, to be honest. Oh my god, that is very generous.
Take your desk out, mate, and just sit it there.
I mean, Carl, I might take that.
Start a bidding war here.
I need a house before I can do that.
I think, to be fair, Colette, I think you need it before I do, because your coral is it's like Piccadilly Circus in there. It's packed out.
Yeah, I just need a house first. If anyone can buy me a house, that'll be great.
with a bespoke tank in it.
With a bespoke tank in it, or Carl can give me the tank, and then I'll get the house sorted.
So what's the plan for it when you get a new house? What kind of tank are you going to go for?
Do you know what? It's a massive thing. I just keep looking, but I think for me, I want to be able to maintain it easily enough. So I don't want to go too big, but I definitely want to upgrade from what I've got. And I keep going back to, I kept saying 425, but now I keep looking at the 250, and I know that's only 50 litres bigger than mine, but I like the shape of it. It doesn't take up too much space. The 425 is huge, so I'm looking at it. I think a 250, and I really like Red Sea. I think that would be what I'd go for. I
love that tank as well. Absolutely love it.
Gorgeous.
250. It just seems like a nice size for a house without being too overpowering. Like you say, the maintenance side wouldn't be too much either, would it?
No, and the cabinet is a great size to have an all right enough sump, and also some space at the side. I think it's perfect, really.
It is a good size.
It is a fine balance between going too big. You know, that's what we spoke about last week. I think it was it last week or the week before that. You know, I had looked at the peninsulas and I always wanted like a 6 foot peninsula, but I think I'm just going to go down to 4 foot probably, or a 5 foot maximum, because, like you say, Colette, the maintenance in that is ridiculous. Having to do water changes every week with hundreds of litres rather than just, you know, I'm spoiled with this little tank. My 20% water change every week is 10 litres, so I just do a single bucket, 10 litres, and that's me. It literally takes me 20 minutes to do my maintenance on this tank every week. So it's effortless.
Having time as well as like the money and the space. You need a lot of space if you're doing your own water changes as well to put your barrels, don't you? So
the Nano is great. It's great if you're starting out. It's great for work-life balance, or so you can still, you know, you're not always working on your tank, and you still get the satisfaction of having a reef, don't you?
Yeah.
The only thing is, when you go to the LFS and you go, oh, I love that fish.
I want that. Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I can't really put that in. It's not even going to be able to turn around.
So I just noticed that
not that long ago. I had that Fluval Flex, and that was only 57 litres, and I just couldn't. I wanted so many things that I couldn't add into it, and it was just rubbish.
Yeah, it restricts you in some ways, but 250 is a really nice size. But I'm hoping to upgrade early next year. But I want to see. Good. I know there's a lot of people hammering it. Last week, but I want to see the new Cade tanks. When they get to the UK. I want to see them first. I think that's what I want to go down that route. Like them. I like the look of them.
Oh, what's the tank that Paul's got recently? Is that the D&D one?
Yeah, the DD one. Yeah.
Do you know what? I actually really like that tank is built for the Clary.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
I want one of them if I upgraded my tank, and I really like the finish of the cabinet as well. So I don't know. There's maybe something there that I'd look into as well.
I do think it's better to have your cabinet pre-made.
Yeah.
So rather than these flat pack ones, because obviously they are flat pack, aren't they?
Yeah, I was heavily pregnant when I built mine.
I mean, well, there. I lived in the tank onto the top as well.
So
Well,
there's
yeah.
one for you, Colette. Debbie said she has the EA 900, which is similar size to 250. Maintenance isn't too bad and great size, not too big.
Oh, that's good to know.
And you can get a tang in it, can't you? You can put like one or two tangs in that.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Can you now?
Little one.
Well, to be fair, King George is coming with me, so I won't be able to get another tang. They attack everything, don't they? So
that tang you've got's beautiful.
oh, I love.
Yeah, he's awesome.
A lot of people are saying here in the chat that DD cabinets are really good. Best cabinets, pre-made, solid pieces, and so on. So I think the cabinets for DD seem to get quite a high rating anyway. Reef King again said DD tank's super nice. So yeah, they seem to be really, really popular.
Oh, that's great to know, because I might have another little.
Where's the best place to go and see all these tanks? Because a lot of these LFSs, you just see the corals, you see the fish, but you don't really see, like a supermarket with all the tanks out.
I tell you what's a good place to go to is Abyss, which is in Stockport.
Yeah.
That's got its own, it's quite a big display tank room.
Oh, right, okay.
That's good. But then there's also, only down the road from me in Lee, I want to, no, it's not. Atlas Plastics is somewhere that makes tanks custom. And then there's Aquariums for You. Oh, no, Aquariums for Life, I think it's called, in Preston. That's another really good one to have a look at. Loads and loads and loads. There we are.
Where he works, Backship Reefer?
No, that's in Preston. Backship Reefer's like near Newcastle somewhere, but it's really good for bespoke tanks.
I think the thing for me that seems to be, everybody says, go for a Clarisy. Now, I obviously don't have a Clarisy in that time. You think it would take up the full tank, but looking at a new tank, so obviously I really like a new water box, that's my thing. But I just don't know if I'm keen on cutting the sump to bits to get baffles out and put a Clarisy in. And
I wouldn't risk
again, like I said earlier, I don't want the filter socks because I don't like them. So I would either have a massive filter cup full of floss, or I don't know what to do with that. I mean, you could get a custom sump, I suppose, but it kind of defeats the purpose of buying the water box. You'd be as well as buying a custom tank, I think. So I'm still on the fence with that one. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Ross. Like, when I do get to the point of upgrading, I do like Red Sea, but I'm not happy to cut glass. I'm not going to do that at all because I know I'd mess it up somehow. So I don't know if I'd upgrade without the sump, because I've already got a light. Obviously I can take this light, so I wouldn't need to go for the deluxe, which includes the sump and the light. Potentially get a custom sump made in pink, of course, because that's my thing. But yeah, that's something that I'm potentially looking into as well.
Yeah,
you've got a lot of UV in your sump at the moment, haven't you?
Yeah, it's like a disco.
That looks pretty cool, that does. I haven't got any UV. It's a bit, no, it's not as good. Because you don't use them Voss bottles and things like that?
No, well, I've got the, I'll show you. Right, 1 sec.
Yeah, let's have a look at your sump and see what's going on.
Oh, God, it might be really dirty. I've not cleaned my sump.
It won't be as dirty as mine. Mine's never been cleaned.
Oh, funny.
We're having the sump off. Where's Ross gone? Is he
Are we ready for this? I'm going to have to try and turn it, but I can't see what you guys can see. So,
see, look, you've got like UV cabling and everything, haven't you there?
I've got like the D&D Pro cabling, and then I've done this. So these were just TMC containers, but I've added my pink vinyl to the top.
Oh, there, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I can see it on the front, yeah.
And then I don't know if
what's in your containers?
Nothing. Right, basically, I've got this amazing D&D Pro doser that I can't set up because the Wi-Fi here is shocking.
Ah, right.
So it's like a £300 ornament right now.
Which is the one that I've got? Where's mine? Oh, mine's D&D.
Oh.
Yeah, so you've got the
I've got the standard one, yeah.
Yeah, and then
you got the Pro?
Yeah, so I got the Pro, which I absolutely love, and I can't wait till I do get my own house because I'll be able to set it up with good Wi-Fi. But yeah, right now it's just sitting there, and I'm still manually dosing, which is dead frustrating.
So what are you dosing? What's your dosing regime then that you have to do?
So I've got Reef's Elements at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's 2 parts. So I do 10 ml of each day. And I also use BioEnhance. So that's my amino acids. But Quantum, I'm moving over to fully. So for everything in September. So they're going to be like my one sponsor in September. So I won't have any other sponsors. My whole tank will be run on Quantum stuff. So yeah.
Wow.
Forward to that.
So you're going to do a slow changeover to that, I take it, Colette, rather than just a kind of hard thing?
Yeah, I'm going to gradually do that because they have, I think it's 3 different elements that I'll be adding of theirs instead of doing the Reef Elements, which is a 2-parter. So yeah, I'll need to do it really gradual and maybe add a little bit of something and a little bit of something else by the time I get to it. But I'll have to test every day all over again for however long.
You might need to do like an ICP test at some point if you.
Yeah, I've never done one still, so I do need to. No, never done one.
Oh God, they're really good, but when you get your results, it's like I don't look at mine at first.
This is it. I'm a worrier, so
yeah.
For me, these reef keepers and all these gadgets, right, are really bad for me because I think I'd have anxiety on the tank not being right. But it works for me to do the 10% water change, not panic too much about my tests. I can fix whatever's there without having to know exactly what my alkalinity is at and exactly what everything else is sitting at.
Yeah. What do you run your tank at? And obviously you don't aim for certain parameters, but what's it running at the moment roughly?
So my alk always stays around 8. It goes up maximum 8.2, so it's not too high. I actually wrote these down because I never remember them all, but magnesium is always around 1,400, which I know is quite high, but it does well in the tank. So calcium is always around 450. pH is 8.6.
Yeah, that's good.
And nitrate is at 2, so it's quite low nitrates in the tank. It's always around 2 as well. So my tests never seem to come back like ridiculously out. Since I started with the Reef Elements, which obviously is a good sign because it shows that it's balanced out and it's evening. And salinity is 1.26. Sorry.
Yeah. That's good. That seems pretty. And you say it comes back pretty stable, does it, most of the time? Yeah,
they're only ever tiny 0.1 or 0.2 out if ever different.
How do you find your phosphates in your nano? Because that's the issue I've got with this nano. It's like the phosphates are just swinging about.
So my phosphate is always around 0.02. So it's not ridiculous. Not ridiculously high. The most I've ever had it is at 0.04, so it wasn't really a massive issue.
I had my phosphate creep up over the past kind of week, I would say, just a little bit. Nothing drastic, but it went up a little bit. I think it was just because I had slightly overfed the tank. I think that was my thing at the time. So I knew deep down I was putting too much food in because by the time I'd stopped eating, there was still food in the surface. And rather than taking it out, I was just putting it in the filter sock. And I thought, right, it's been my fault. But I mean, I've kind of slowed that down a bit and things are coming in better now. So
for me, I think for my phosphates, the way I've always worked is that I've always had I can't remember the name of it, but it's a red type of macroalgae that I use, and I have it just sat in my main display of my tank. I don't use a refugium or anything. My tank eats it, which is one great thing, but it grows super quick, so that sucks out the phosphates. Not too much, but it sits at 0.2, so yeah, it's pretty good. I find that the macroalgae is a really good way to go.
So what do you check your phosphate with, Colette? Do you use a HANA checker or do you use an test kit?
Yeah, so I have a HANA checker, but I also have the Red Sea. So if I want to try and see the difference, they always come out around the same though, which is great.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah, so they both seem to be good kits. The Red Sea that I started off with was always quite a good kit anyway. Before that, I just had a really simple NTS Labs one. But yeah, when I upgraded to the Red Sea kit, I really liked it, and then I was gifted the HANA, so it works amazing. To be fair, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, I really like my Hannah. I only got it there a week there. And when you compare it, so for me anyway, I've been using the Salifert test kits, which were always showing 0.03 thereabouts. I mean, it's really quite hard to tell, but that was what I was reading it as. Jumped to the Hannah and it's went to 0.08. So I'm assuming that there is a difference between the Salifert and the Hannah kits. I mean, it's not going to be that far out, but it has been pretty accurate, the Hannah checker anyway. So I can't complain at that. But I think it's just one of those that stick to one test kit, and that's really it. Then.
Yeah, I think with the Hannah as well, it's got an inaccuracy of about 0.03 either way.
Yeah, okay.
So you could be that or below or above your figure, as it were. But I think I do overfeed. So I put pellet in the morning, and then at night I pretty much nearly feed a cube in here, which people go, that's ridiculous. But yeah, I put pretty much a frozen cube in here every night.
Oh my god. If I see a frozen cube, that's like far too much for my time. What?
I wonder why that female clown looked a bit big.
So a frozen cube for me, Jay, with my 2 clowns, I'll get easily 3 days out of that of feeding them, and then it's probably some left.
Fish, and I wouldn't feed a full cube.
Is that a lot? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a cube's a lot for that, mate.
I've got 4 little fish.
I would.
Yay.
I'd cut that down a bit, mate.
These lot are putting you on a diet. That's it. You're on a diet now. So how much should I put?
So
I mean,
Colette,
a cube is sort of big. Is that? I'm talking that sort of size for cube.
I'd probably put a quarter. Jay, I wouldn't have put a full
cube.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, you're going on a slim fast diet here. That's what it must be then.
Funny.
A quarter.
Yeah, that's quite a lot to put a full.
Way too much. I wonder why my phosphates were a little bit creeping up.
But you've been doing well if it's only the phosphates that have creeped up, though.
I don't know. There must just be food swishing around everywhere.
Your sump will be disgusting when you do come to clean it.
Maybe it doesn't need to clean now. Yeah, maybe you're right. Well, I don't know. It doesn't say on the packet how much, does it? It doesn't say like,
no.
Cubes for 8 fish. Spread out throughout the day. It's not even all at once. I do it all at once. I think when everybody in the chat says it's wrong, I think it's wrong.
Yeah. I think it is.
Oh my god, 14 fish. Cute.
You're drastically overfeeding, mate. Cut that back.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. I've got 7 fish and I wouldn't even feed them a full cube.
No.
Right, that's it then.
That's it in a nutshell, mate.
Yeah, that's what I see. That's what I do. I've got a filter sock and I've got a filter floss, and I think you're right. I think I'm feeding too much.
Just a little bit.
A cube lasts 4 5 days.
Yeah. And you're feeding that a day?
Yeah, I feed that every evening.
Well, there you are, you tight Yorkshiremen. You can save some money.
I've saved a fortune here. when it's frozen, all these people saying like, how do you cut that cube into 5 bits?
You don't defrost it first and then refreeze it again in different bits.
Or heat up your knife before you do it, and it slices straight through it.
Like butter.
I like butter.
Fruit butter.
Like butter.
Well, it's a subtitle channel for Yorkshire.
We needed that for Cajun Reaper, actually.
I've got a nano and it lasts 5. I've just been way overfeeding. There you go. There's my next YouTube video. How to overfeed your nano tank.
So I'm going to go back up because there was a comment here that was requesting a little tank tour, Colette, if we can do that.
Yeah. Close. Oh, what have I done? I've put my sound back on my PC. Right.
Yeah, let's have a tank tour.
Okay. I don't think I can turn this camera on this StreamYard, can I? I won't be able to see what I'm showing you.
No.
Right. I feel like that's glaring a little bit.
I'll put you on the full screen layout so we can see.
Okay. Like I said, I can't actually see what I'm showing you, so I'm going to try and do this as best as I possibly can.
Yeah, we can see.
Right, 1 second. I'm going to shut the curtain because it's glaring on the tank. No, you can still see everything. Sorry, guys. I'm not very good at this because I can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah,
but...
you can't see I can see it. Oh, look. At
Torches are there.
the grail. There's the grail, look.
That's
Did you
it.
get
Jay's
rid of all
jealous.
them? That worried me. You know when you had your little flatworm thing?
Oh, yeah. So,
God, I was panicking for you.
yeah, so I'll tell you all about that, actually. I need to do a YouTube video to explain what I did, but I took them out and dipped them every 3 to 5 days for over a month. And after the first and second time, there was nothing else on them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done the same with the hammers, the same with the frog spawn, even though I got the frog spawn afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got a sad coral, I had a sad hammer coral. I dipped it in iodine. You know the reef dip, the iodine reef dip.
Yeah.
I dipped it like you said, and put it back in. Oh my God, it's well happy now.
Yeah, they are. They love. I'm really sorry. This is really bad, and I can see a line as well that is like glaring on it. StreamYard's probably not the best way of me showing you a tank tour.
Yeah.
So that's your
It
Zoa
still
garden
looks good,
there,
though.
isn't it?
What was that, Jay?
So that's the Zoa garden there, isn't it? There.
Yeah. So they're all starting to go to sleep. I can see all the corals starting to like go in now.
Yeah.
So which ones you want? Which one's your favourite?
This hellfire. I don't know if you can see that.
That is nuts, actually.
Yeah, that's nice.
Where did you get that from?
That was Reef. Oh, what's its name? Reef Artist. That one. It was sold. Actually, let me just turn this around now. It was sold to me as an Indo Gold, but I've since found out it's not. But to be fair, he doesn't really sell them for the names, so.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think as long as you like it doesn't matter what it's called, does it?
No, not at all. I only go for colours like you already know, but God, it's just the colour is amazing on it.
It looks really nice. That does. What are you getting? Any others? Any corals on your wish list?
The one that's still on my wish list is definitely the 24 karat gold, but it's an Aussie variant.
Heard about this? Have you heard about the Aussie Indo thing?
So everyone's saying, you might as well burn your tank. So I've been really put off by it. Really put off by it. So I don't know.
What is the reason behind them saying burn your tank then? Why are they saying that?
Because apparently you spend like £350 on one head and it dies within like however long. But because the Aussie variants of the torches like a completely different type of I can't get my words out now, parameters. They like completely different parameters to what the Indo variants like, and obviously all my torches are Indo variants and they're loving life with the parameters that I currently have. So I'm not really willing to change my parameters to keep one Aussie. Aussies just melt. Everyone's telling me the same. However, Mateus has a 24 karat Aussie and his looks absolutely on fire and he makes me jealous every single day with it. I don't know.
All my torches are Indo ones and they've been brilliant. I've not had an issue with them. And the colours are amazing, but I also like the Aussie Golds, but I've just been put off because they're really kind of temperamental, aren't they, with the parameters and things? Yeah.
And is it worth losing £350?
No, not a chance.
No.
It's a hell of a lot of money, that is.
So there's it keeps putting me off. But other than that, there is other ones that I've not got. There was a green one in Just Marine Aquatics yesterday, a green one with pink tips. That was nice, but I'm just dead bored of green.
It's the most common colour, isn't it?
It's the most common colour, so I want things that are different colours. When you go online and type in Joker torch, when you see the very over-edited photo of a Joker torch, which is the predominant one that you see when you type that in on Google, it is insane. But my Hellfire torch looks nicer than the one that's even edited on there. So I don't really know. I'd say a Joker torch, but then that tends to be a purple colour that has like a peach centre. In the UK, it's different from what you see in America. I don't know.
The Hellfires look amazing. That's what I bought from Northern Reef. The purple and the blue and the green, they just look unreal, don't they?
Yeah, I was honestly so in love with your one when you got it, because you do get very slight different variants of them, no matter where you get them from. So I think if I saw a different one from the one that I've got, I would potentially get another one of them to just spread it out across the garden, because I do love the colours on them.
The colour I'm after yellow, which is really hard to find in reefing. It's yellow, like the yellow corals. And Steve mentioned a Pikachu SPS coral, right? I've looked this up now, and it's available on Signature. It was on Signature Frag.
Seen that?
Yeah, I actually fancy one of them now.
It's dead expensive though, isn't it?
I know, but it's a yellow coral, and it's hard to find yellow, isn't it?
Do you know something that I thought was probably the most cutting, devastating thing that I seen was Nanotank Reefer done a video quite a while back where he'd ordered a Pikachu coral, and I mean this thing was massive. It was a huge big one, and it got delayed in the post, and it went to the warehouse and sat there for days. And when it came, it was just a bag of like brown sludgy water basically with the skeleton in it. And I mean the thing was massive. Jay, you want to see the size of this? And it was gone. That's probably one of the worst videos I think I've seen for somebody losing something like.
Really sad.
This was about dipping. Going back to dipping.
That's the one that I use as well.
Yes.
All right.
It's really, most people have got it, but I thought, you know what, this hammer coral's been in the tank for about 2 or 3 months. It just started to sulk for whatever reason. Yeah. And then I kind of put it into there, and that's like resuscitated it basically. It came back to life, and it's actually never looked better. You know, it's never looked as good as since I've dipped it in this.
Well, people say that iodine dips can be quite invasive on corals. So they suggest you not to do an iodine dip. But when I first started out and was wanting to start dipping my corals, I was always recommended that. So that's what I started out with, and I was always dipping with that. Then I seen you, Jay, actually 9 months ago say, Coral RX, this is the new best thing. So I bought Coral RX, and anyway, I started dipping with that, and then started my torch garden. But none of these flatworms came off of it.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah.
And then I went back and used C-Chem or C-Chem, not sure how to say it, and they came off straight away. So it now makes me think, we should probably be dipping with more than just one, so that we're on the safe side, because certain things won't come off with Coral RX, but other things will come off with iodine dip, but it might be the same for the other way around for other things.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's funny you should say that actually, because I had done, I know that it's totally different, but my zoas, I had dipped my zoas in Coral RX and put them in the tank, and it was actually Carol Reef King had says to me, do a freshwater dip.
Yes.
So I took them out and done a freshwater dip, and you want to see the amount of stuff that come off with a freshwater dip compared to Coral RX. So the freshwater dip seemed to do so much more than Coral RX did, and that's what I've always used as the Coral RX stuff. So I think you're right. If you do a couple of different things, I think it probably would be beneficial.
I actually scared myself a little bit because once I dipped all my torches, I then went on to do an RO dip. Now, when I started out, I wasn't dipping corals, and I started dipping with RO before I did anything else, because that's what my local shop told me to do. Then when I went on to Instagram, people were saying, oh my God, don't do an RO dip. It's really, really harsh. It can kill quite a lot of things. I ended up killing quite a few SPS by doing an RO dip. But I went on to when I'd got this flatworm, I dipped my hammers. So I have 3 hammers, and I dipped all 3 of my hammers inside RO. And when I put them back into the tank, they looked to me like they were stripping, and all of the flesh was coming off in the colour of it, and it scared me to death. I mean, to be honest, my hammers aren't expensive hammers, so I wasn't too worried as I would be if it was my torches. But I was a bit gutted. Anyway, the next day they were absolutely perfectly fine, but it took them a good while of sulking before they went back to how they were. But it worked really well. The flatworms actually came off themselves instead of me having to use the tweezers, which I had to use with the sea chem dip. So
Mhm.
there's lots of different dips that you can do, but it just makes me think, should we be dipping with a few different ones to make sure that we're not getting pests?
Yeah,
I think you're right, especially when Dettol. This is another one, isn't it? I wouldn't dare use it.
I wouldn't dare use it. People say it, I'm just too scared to. It does. To be fair, the Coral RX smells like Dettol.
Oh, I love the smell of Coral RX.
I think it smells really good, yeah.
Yeah, it does smell really good, but it does smell exactly like Dettol. And some people have actually said to me that it's Dettol in the thing, but just without the colouring in it, the colouring added to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not sure if that's true, but
it was one of those with the Coral RX where I felt like a bit of a weirdo sitting there smelling it until Jay said in one of his videos, I really love the smell of Coral RX, and I thought, that's fine, I'm safe now, I'm not the only weirdo out there.
We all do it.
It was really nice. I want to go back up here and just pick up a comment from Rudra. I think it's Rudra or Rudra, I don't know how you pronounce that, but anyone else heard there's going to be some ban on corals, especially Scollies, Euphilia, in 2 weeks. Most will be shipped to USA and Japan due to better profit margins. So there's been a bit of chat on this in the chat here. Basically, he said doesn't know how true the rumour is, and then Algae Warrior has commented back saying Australia has until October to sort things out, but they'll most likely limit Scollies, Trackies, Dishes, and other single polyp corals. That's the first I've heard of any of that. I didn't know that was even happening, to be honest with you. So
no, we'll have to get a Scully soon, then, won't I?
I need one as well, a button one.
Better get a move on then, mate.
This is what's going to happen. I don't know how far down the line, but you won't be able to buy corals from the sea.
No.
No, they'll only be farmed
ones
corals.
that are already in circulation, and obviously aquaculture.
Yeah.
Because the coral reefs obviously are under pressure at the moment, aren't they?
This is the thing, like the Scullies and the Trekkies and the others don't tend to split. So if they're going to put a ban on it, then it will. When will it come back into play? It possibly won't.
Yeah. I think you're going to struggle to get wild corals, like Jay says, from now on, and I just think it's a dying thing. It's not going to happen anymore. You're going to end up having to buy farmed corals, which for me is not an issue. I've not really got an interest in taking wild corals as such. I'd rather have farmed ones, I think, personally. But I know some people are quite strict on they only want live coral, well, not live corals, actual like wild corals as such. Yeah. I don't know.
You just look at worldwide. Is it worldwide corals? What they've got?
Yeah.
I would love to go there. That would just
that would
see how many tanks they've got and the corals they've got is just insane.
Maybe we should make it a joint trip, Jay.
I'd love to go. I'd have to
I've
say
been to worldwide corals before, but it was actually before I really got into the whole reef thing. It was when I had my freshwater tanks. I was in Florida at the time, and I thought, we'll just take a trip in. So I'll be totally honest with you, it was a wasted trip because I didn't have any coral tanks at the time. It was one of those just in for a look more than anything else. But now I wish that I could go back again and have a proper look at everything. But
imagine that I'd be well jealous to not be able to bring it back.
I know.
That's the problem. Like, see, when you see all these shows like Aquashella and all that stuff that's been on and Reefapalooza, you look at them and the coral that's there is absolutely stunning. But you would be sick knowing that there's no way you could bring it back home.
I got invited. I've been invited to a coral shop in Louisiana to do my magical fishery tour, but I can't go because I can't buy anything to bring it back. I'd be fuming at myself.
I know.
Oh my god, that's a good invite though, isn't it?
It was a great invite, and I was really excited to have been asked, and it is amazing. But I can't. But I said to them, "Oh yeah, I might do in a few years. I'll let you know when I've saved up enough money to get across there."
Oh my goodness. So how's the magical fishery tours going then?
It's going well, but it's been like a month and a half since I've done one because I've been so busy. My sister got married a few weeks back, and there was a big run up to that of doing everything and the hen party and all that. So I didn't have any time to get any fish tours in. I was down in York, and I was like, I want to go to. There's quite a few in York I want to go to. But I couldn't because I was part of a hen party, of course. And and then I've just been to Staffordshire, but I didn't have any time to fit any tours in. So I was like, I could have gone to is it Tees Reef in Birmingham?
Oh yeah,
it is. Yeah.
I was like, I can go to Tees Reef. No, I couldn't fit it in. So I need to get my game sorted because I've just not had time.
To be fair, you have done quite a few of them though, haven't you?
Yeah, but I feel like I've recapped a few as well because I'm just going to the local fish shop. So I've redone another one as and when people have asked. But yeah, I need to get further afield. I need to start going to the places that most people are asking me to go to.
Well, you look at the ones that's on Jay's map.
Yeah, I love Jay's map.
There's quite a few good ones on there, isn't there? I think.
Yeah.
People have been
When's the
nominated.
revised map coming out, Jay?
I don't know actually. Maybe 2022, I think.
Oh.
I don't know. I haven't thought.
I think there was a lot of people.
You asked me on the spot, and I'm like, I don't know.
I think there was a lot of people didn't really see it before it was out. So then when it came out, they're saying, "Oh, why is this not on it? Why is that not on it?" So it might be good to do a 2.0.
Yeah, I'll do a revised version of it. I think.
There was one I went to a few weeks back, which was Finest Aquatics. I don't know if you have seen that video, but that's in Widnes, and on the sign it said something like only open Monday to Friday, whatever hours, and everyone messaged me straight after going, yeah, but it's a Sunday. And it was a Sunday, and it is open. It is open all days of the week, but it says on the sign Monday to Friday because when I got in there, there's a full warehouse attached to the back of this fish shop, and this warehouse is the coolest thing I've ever gone into in my life. And it was all distribution for all of their goods that they create themselves. Wow. And it's all fish related stuff. So they do fresh water. Anyway, he took me to this vault, and this vault had all of our holy grail equipment inside, and it must have been worth hundreds of thousands, the equipment that was inside this vault. They had something like 50 AI prime lights and just crazy amounts of everything. The Octo skimmer, I don't know what it's called, but anyway, all that sort of stuff. They had piles and piles of it. And he was like, this is a vault, you're not allowed really to film this. But I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. But I wanted to go back and do a video when it's actually in play, because it was Sunday I turned up and they didn't have the warehouse up and running that day. Yeah. So I think that's one I'm going to have to go back to and get a video while, because they had about 6 like places where the distribution people are packing orders as and when. So it would be quite cool to see that in action, up and running.
Kraken must be a little bit like that. They've got loads of stock, haven't they?
Yeah, I can maybe ask if they'll let me do a behind the scenes in their warehouse.
Behind the scenes, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done way more than we have. We're trying to organise one visit for like us on the live stream to go to the same shop, and that's still not happened yet. Still not happened.
Well, I think we can get the Kraken one done, mate, because I'm going to be down Kraken direction in January, so I think it's probably close for you. Wow. You and Steve could probably be close enough to Kraken, are you not?
Yeah, right. I can drive over. Yeah, about an hour from me, if that.
Yeah. So January, mate. I'll let you know when, and we can do a wee trip to Kraken.
January's always a good month. I've always got loads of money in January.
Oh,
it's my birthday, mate. It's my birthday.
A little part in your video.
Yes. You're around the corner, aren't you, from there, pretty much?
Well, yeah, it's only 40 minutes now. I've moved a little bit further out than where I was before, but yeah, it's not far at all.
Perfect. We'll do a big meet up at Kraken, then that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
They were doing there. I'm sure that was meant to be in July time. I don't know if that's been rescheduled now, but they were going to do a frag meet, weren't they?
So I think he's waiting to hear back from the government kind of side of things to see what's happening, because it was to be the end of this month, I believe. There's a Facebook page about it, Krakna, like you say it's called, and I don't know if he's going to push it back or if he's still going to go ahead with it later on this month. I'm not entirely sure.
What's happening with your tank anyway, Ross?
Not a massive amount, to be honest with you, mate. So, although one of the things that I was quite happy with now, I actually just filmed my video to go out on Sunday there, and when I filmed it, I said, I've got my mushrooms, but well, that is mentioned in the video, mate. Yeah, I did drop the words "go elbow deep," so that is in there for your pleasure. Jay, so
elbow deep. Did you see this? Has Colette seen your new invention?
I've not. No.
I don't know if she has. I'll crack it out again just for some entertainment value. So the story behind this, and I need to kind of fill in the story behind this to make it better. But I watch a YouTube channel called The Sheep Game, which is a Scottish guy called Cammy Wilson, who is a sheep farmer, but just a kind of small time sheep farmer. And he's brilliant. He's really funny. So it's more the personality of him that I watch. It's quite funny for. And when I was watching it, I noticed something that he'd done that I thought, that is absolute genius. I need that for my tank. So there's a link between the sheep and that anyway. But what it was he was actually doing lambing at the time, and he was lambing the different sheep. So when I looked at it, and I thought, that's a great idea, he had these, which are lambing gloves. So it allows you to stick your hand right inside the sheep to pull the lamb out. And I thought, I can use that for my reef tank.
Oh my God,
so
I've seen people use these before.
I bought a bag of lambing gloves so that I can go elbow deep in the tank without actually getting anything in there. So that's my...
Do you know what's dead funny is actually I've used these before. I've bought these on eBay before.
Well, you've used them as well?
Yeah.
What, for the reef tank?
Yeah.
Or for lambing?
no, just for the reef tank. I have, however, seen these used on cows. And when they... I don't know if I should say this on a live stream, but I've seen them used in cows. And it was on Paris Hilton and Nikki... whatever her name is. Anyway, they were on The Simple Life is a program that they had, and they used to have to go and do random jobs. And of course, Paris Hilton puts one of them on, and she has to put her hand into a cow's and she has to like pull out stuff because it's constipated. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But anyway, that's what that reminded me of. Never mind lambing sheep.
That's going to be his new T-shirt range. He's going to have them stitched into the sleeves now. So you buy a T-shirt, and then you've got clear arms ready to put your hand in the tank. So you've used them. You recommend?
So yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's I would recommend them, mate. Yeah, it seems to be good because you don't get anything in the tank.
They're all sold out on Amazon now. So you've been plugging it. Here we go again.
You have just got to be careful with what plastic you put inside the tank, because certain ones are coated. Certain ones are coated in like a dust, aren't they? And that's when you've got to be careful. But I think
I checked these ones before I bought them, and they're free of. They're free of everything. They're I was going to say they're lube safe for the animals, but that's probably not a good thing either.
Oh God.
So yeah, back to the tank again. So that's where I was going. Sorry,
I can't wait for Sunday's video. If I'm sober enough to watch Sunday's 6 p.m. video, I'll look forward to seeing the glove. But I'll probably get excited for football by then.
Here's quote of the night. Actually, this one for Backshift Reefer.
There you go. There's your new T-shirt.
Yeah.
Strong commission for that one.
So yeah, back to the tank anyway. So nothing major. Corals seem to all be growing pretty well just now. I don't know if it's just the parameters or so on. I dropped the temperature down slightly in the tank just so that I wasn't going to be overheating in case we did get any kind of warm weather as such, but seems to be okay. But what I have noticed, and I actually just mentioned it in the video that I'm putting up on Sunday, was that my mushrooms seem to be getting massive but haven't split. I looked at the tank there before I come on the live stream, and I can see 2 or 3 new mushrooms that have all split off those ones. So they must have been listening to me doing the video and thought, "Screw you, big man, we're going to get you here." So they've split from that. So that's a good thing, I suppose. But that's the first mushrooms that I've had split. So that's really it, to be honest. There's not a massive amount changed in my tank. I mean, I'm almost at a stalemate because I want the Zoa garden to grow out more from where it is. So I don't want to flood that with things. And then I'm still at this whole debate, which I touch on every week, so there's no point in even going back over it again. But what we put in that top arch, I still haven't decided on. So that's where I am. I don't have massive amounts of room to fill it with loads of coral, so I kind of need to be careful as what I'm going to go for next. So yeah, that's really the update on my tank, to be honest with you, mate. There's not a massive amount happening.
I suppose for the arch, you could get like either a chalice or something that grows on. That could look quite cool.
It's something that'll actually like plate over the rock as such.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think of that, to be honest with you, but yeah, that could work.
Instead of it being something that goes out and spreads up, or out that way. You know, it could be something that just attaches itself to the rock and grows out instead of it having tentacles, is what I'm trying to say.
Right. Here's a funny one from Black Pearl Reef. Bet the crab was afraid for the first 10 minutes of life.
I know, that's what I was thinking, right? So that's why I've been laughing to myself. So, you know, when you put your gloves on and you put that glove on and you go near your fish, it reminds me of this YouTube video of where this guy, I bet this is what the fish are like, this is how the fish respond to your glove. I don't know if you've seen this one, you must have done.
Let's see.
Right, watch.
I've never seen that one before.
Have you not seen that?
No, that's brilliant. I like that.
As soon as the glove goes on, the fish are like, "What? We're out of here." Jesus.
See ya.
Okay,
So
good
Reef
one.
King's posted saying, Ross, feed your zoas. So I was feeding them, kind of every 2 weeks or so I was feeding them with reef roids, but it didn't seem to make a massive difference to them. They're still growing really well just now, so I haven't actually fed them with anything the past couple of weeks. I'd seen, who was it? Was it Ian's Reef, I think, had commented up saying he was using, I think it's Aquaforest do a zoa feed.
Oh.
It's a specific product just for zoas. I think it was Ian that posted up about that. And obviously his tank's absolutely stunning, and the zoas he's got in his tank's incredible. So that was one of the ones that I thought I might have tried that, but I haven't tried feeding anything else other than that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, they are Ian's Reef, the best, absolutely the best zoa garden I've ever seen.
Oh, his tank's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know how long he's been in reefing for, but he's got.
He had a hard time with the torches, though, didn't he?
Did he? I don't know.
Did you see?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he lost almost all of his torches, mate.
Yeah, dead sad.
I'd have been,
Yeah.
I'd have been absolutely gutted if I was him. You want to see the torches he had, Jay. He had loads and loads of stunning torches, and he lost, I think, almost all of them.
Did he?
He's put another zoa garden in that place now, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Were the Aussie torches or were the Indo torches?
I think they were Indo.
Were they?
Don't know, mate. I'm not sure.
Why are you laughing there, Ross, or something?
No, I wasn't. I was actually just looking at your screen, Jay, thinking, what's going on with the corona? Are we just nursing that tonight? Is it just an ornament? Or?
Do you drink anything tonight?
No, not yet. So, wait a minute. So I'll have a drink now.
He's getting tipsy already.
I had a few drinks on Wednesday night, obviously, and then I'm just trying to pace myself for the weekend, but
I thought maybe just the neck of that had went to your head there, mate. That's all it was.
So you're going to have to get yourself prepped, ready for Sunday. Come on.
I need to warm up, don't I?
Yeah.
I need to get warmed up. There we go. I broke the seal on it anyway.
You'll have to stock up with tissues for your tears on Sunday, Jay.
Oh.
For what? Oh my God. Well, I'm going to be crying. Tears of joy. That's what I'll need.
Let's just hope Italy have a really bad day.
I think they're going to have. I think England will win.
Do you?
I hope so. Been waiting 40 years.
I hope so too, but
yeah, I want a bank holiday and send Ross to work.
yeah, that would be great.
Gladly, mate. You know me, I don't actually have any interest in football whatsoever, so I'll still go to work anyway.
I know. You're not going to watch the game, no?
Nah. I don't even watch Scotland games or anything, mate. I've honestly zero interest in football whatsoever.
So if I ask you what the score's going to be, you won't know?
No.
I went to the last Euros in Lille.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And watched Wales versus, I want to say, Belgium. Maybe Berlin. I'm not sure. But
no.
Maybe Belgium. I think it was Belgium. Anyway, it was Wales, and it was some sort of final of some sort. But that was really cool. Won that on a Coca-Cola bottle.
Oh.
You won?
Interesting.
Yeah. Do you know how when you enter all these prize draws on Coca-Cola and like Walker's Crisps and stuff, you think that no one ever wins it?
You won that?
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
God, they're a bit easier to enter than the Instagram ones. I can't even do the Instagram ones. I get to like step 63 and it's like head's falling off. Take a picture if you're doing a sticker in your hand, and I'm like, what's going on here?
That's it. Wales versus Belgium. Yeah.
Wales. What's Wales versus Belgium?
That's the game that I went to. It was based in Lille, which is in France.
Yeah.
And as I was driving from the airport into Lille, it reminded me massively of Salford. And I was like, oh my God, what have I got myself into here? I'm pretty scared. But then when you actually get into the centre of Lille, it was amazing. And like the fan zones and stuff was cool on the days leading up to the game.
I'd love that. I'd love to go to a fan zone in London, but I'm going to have to resort to the local pub, I think. Well, I am. I've got a table.
You got a table booked, have you?
Yeah, paid £12 to watch the game at the pub.
Yeah.
Just £12 to have a seat at the pub.
It's crazy because they get fully booked really quick as well, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Got to do it all in advance.
But I don't want to miss history being made here. I don't want to miss it.
No.
I think they'll do it. I think they will do it. Hope they will.
Well, that'll be impressive because they couldn't beat Scotland, could they?
Oh.
That is a true story. That is a true story.
Yeah, it is true. And that, like I say, I'm impartial. I don't like football.
There as well.
What's that, mate?
And the Scottish fans wrecked London whilst they were down there.
Oh, we're good at that.
Have you not seen
We're
the
really
videos
good
of
at that.
your fans? They were crazy.
That's just normal life up here, mate.
Very passionate. They were very funny, by the way, as well. Very funny videos.
Yeah, there's that's just day-to-day occurrence up here, mate. Nothing out of the ordinary there.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Well, on a good note to do with the tank, so I won a bounce mushroom months back now, and it's split 3 times already, but it's now splitting again. So,
oh my goodness!
Just noticed it this morning. I was like, yes, get in. They're going for £80 a pop on eBay.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's sold.
Oh,
it's good money, that, isn't it?
4 of them in a minute. When it's finished, it's splitting.
The only problem with selling things on eBay is the postage costs that I've found.
Yeah.
So I've looked at some of the stuff on eBay. And the postage is no.
No, I wouldn't sell the corals anyway. But it is quite cool to know that you could, even though I wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
I suppose you could just put collection because if you're worried about posting it.
Yeah, I suppose.
People come around to help and collect.
The only thing is they keep splitting onto the same rock that it's on, and the rock that it's on is that floating one that's up above.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And I keep it on there because the way that bounce mushrooms work is that they only bounce when the light's really close to them. So it's like burning your coral really to make a bounce. So each one that's split has ended up bouncing because it's high up on this little ledge. Floating ledge, so it's kind of stuck to each one of them is stuck to that rock now. So I've made an error there. I really should have put them in a mushroom tray with loads of gravel. Done it again.
Excuse, that's the problem that I had. So I've got that recorder that Jay likes that he's desperate to get a bit of, and it keeps splitting, but keeps splitting, but it's on the same bit of rock, and I can't do anything with it.
No.
Get shifted then, Ross. Get a load of gravel.
Did you see that stuff that does anyone keep their eye on Ross Reef? Kyle.
I've seen his page, yeah.
Yeah, so he's got an Instagram. Well, do you know what? He had his own Instagram that was doing amazing. He had so many followers on it, and then Instagram just automatically removed him. So we had to start from his personal Instagram all over again and just change the name. But yeah, he basically did a video a while back, and he has quite a big mushroom collection, and he's bought this stuff that's like little pieces of gravel in a little tub, and he added, basically turned that into a bit of a mountain on the sand bed, added all of his mushrooms onto the top of it, and each mushroom that's split has now gone onto its own separate piece of gravel, so he can just take it and sell it or do what he wants with it.
Well, that's handy
Really
then.
cool.
Like MB Reefing said, you could buy a house with this if it keeps splitting.
Yeah. I actually probably should sell it so that I can put some more savings to one side.
That's it. There's your deposit paid for.
Yeah.
Start fragging all your corals, that's it done.
Yeah.
My mushroom just bounces around on the sandbed. Just
What? Does it move?
Yeah, it gets blown by the wave maker usually. It's like a tumbleweed.
Yeah.
And I don't
So
really
you're
know
not attached to
I don't
anything
really
then, Jay?
decide what to do with it, to be honest. I just let it bounce about. And
So it's not attached to anything at all?
no, it won't. No, why would it be?
You've got to be careful because if it gets into a certain current, it could go in the wave maker. That's happened to me before.
Well, see, I'm learning loads on this live stream. I didn't know you couldn't feed a cube of food. I've learnt that.
That's a bit much, yeah.
So educational. I used to leave my flipper magnet in here all the time, and then people were like, "Oh my god, you can't do that." So that's come out now.
Oh, mine's still in there.
Is it?
I think as long as it's not exposed to air, you're fine.
Oh, I don't know.
It's when it's exposed to air that it starts to rust.
Mine's in here all the time now in the cupboard.
Oh.
In the reefing cupboard.
Yeah, I don't keep
Plastic
mine in the
band
tank, I
around
leave
it
mine
on
out.
a rock.
Oh, and maybe I'll have to start doing that. Maybe I'll have to start taking mine out. You're making me nervous now.
But I don't know. I don't know if people are just winding me up because people tend to like
Love winding you up.
Yeah, I think it's because I react too easy.
I feel like if I take it out though, it'll start to rust. Even if I can wipe
I don't
it.
know, but mine's down here now. It's in here in the cupboard.
Maybe.
I always got told as long as you keep it in the tank and not expose it to air, then it's all right.
It's not rusting at the moment, but
I don't know, because when you see like bits of metal in the sea that rust really badly, and I don't know.
Yeah, but I thought this one was coated so that it didn't do that.
I'd imagine it should be coated,
like
yeah.
titanium or something, surely.
That's an interesting one. I'd like to know the answer.
So there's Colin Garvey said he's had his flipper in his tank for 4 years.
Yeah.
Well, see, I think people are just winding me up to take it out. I don't know.
To be fair, you're that gullible.
I know, yeah. I know.
I am too, so that's me join with you, Jay.
So Michael Butler's posted, don't forget to hit the like button. So yeah, if you're watching this, if you could hit the like button, it'd be brilliant.
Michael,
thank you very much.
Again. Thank you.
What a guy.
I'll hit the like button as well, just so you've got an extra like.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you,
I
Michael.
don't really know if the likes make that much of a difference on a live stream, but hit them anyway.
Yeah.
I can just hear myself talking over it.
I'm sure they do.
It's weird though because there's a delay between our chat and an actual YouTube
There is,
video.
isn't
So
it?
yeah, I think it's like a 20 or 30-second delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep hearing it a few seconds behind.
It helps with your algorithm, Ross. It helps.
On a live stream, does it help me? Yeah.
I don't know. I've never done one on my channel, have I?
Have you not?
You're too much
you
of
not
a.
tried?
You're too scared.
I don't know how to. I don't know if I could cope with multitasking.
Constantly
Just too
putting the
scared to do
comments
it.
on.
Yeah, I'm putting the comments up and then looking at the chat and then trying to remember what people have said. It's Friday night for me. It's relaxing night.
I'd have thought you'd have wanted to because of your channel.
No,
Maybe
Salt water
one day.
is a bit.
yeah. Salt water is
True.
evil. You get it on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
I mean, you hear
true.
about people's pumps and so on, even leaching
Salt creep, isn't it?
metal out. Yeah.
Yeah, so mine's out anyway. In or out?
No. Everybody will be panicking now.
Oh, I made
In
that
or
box.
out.
In or out in the chat. You flip a magnet, obviously.
Of
There you go, a
course.
comment for UJ again.
It must be hard doing three things. It's first
I
world
must say it's
problems. First
It's
one.
quite good because Jay does get it mega tight on here. Regardless what happens, it's always Jay that gets it tight.
I know.
He's
I just
doing
like
it.
to relax, chat, and have a drink, and not have to worry about, all the things that you're worrying about right now, Ross.
I'm not worried about anything, mate. It's what it is. I used to get stressed out about this, thinking, "Oh, what's going to happen? What if I don't?" And you get some people that are like, "Oh, you've missed my comment out," and that happens. You can't get everybody's on at the time, but yeah. Oh, she's gone.
As you speak now, you just got rid of the guest. You just got rid of the guest speaker. Oh dear.
It's just the two of us now, mate. She's either made it that strong that she's passed out and the internet's away, or it's just the internet.
Or maybe she's just thrown it all over a computer. I don't know. It was in or out.
Here's one for you, Jay.
I'm all over the shop. I don't even know how I cope at work, to be honest.
I was going to say that must be quite difficult for you because you're going to have all the little kids screaming and shouting and try to concentrate on watching your camera to see how your reef's doing at the house. And
no, they don't. None of I shouldn't say this because someone's going to prep them up, but none of the students at my school know about my YouTube channel. Can you imagine?
Surely they'll find out about that, I would have thought.
Well, I hope not. God, teenage kids, they'll hammer me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think if I was at school and it was the opposite way around,
if you found out your teacher had a Reef Tank YouTube channel, you'd be on it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Putting ridiculous comments.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Just for a bit of fun. Well, I would definitely do it. I would definitely
constant, mate. But yeah.
So Colette, she was a good guest, wasn't she? I really enjoyed it.
I don't quite know what's happened. She just disappeared.
She's done like a mic drop or something, I think.
Maybe that's what it is.
Possibly.
In out. I don't know what we're talking about here, if this is still the magnets or not.
I don't know. might be your glove again. I don't know.
Could be, yeah.
She's got bored of the chat. Yeah.
Here's what's happened, mate. That's it, definitely. Got Steve to get a hammer for the inkbird.
Hey, Steve's excited. He's got the Reef Plus, hasn't he?
Well, there's two big bits of news for Steve, though, isn't there?
I don't know.
Well, what about his purchase? I don't want to break all his news, but he does have something big for the live stream coming next time he's on.
Do I know about this? I don't know if I know about this.
Yeah, you do. You've seen it.
I don't know.
It was something that he got woke up out of his bed to. Yeah, he got woke up out of his bed to collect it from the postman the other day.
Oh yes, I remember. Yeah.
You know what it is.
Yes, I do.
So yeah, that'll be a good one for next time he's on.
Yeah, it'll be a good review. That will. New ironing board. Now when we're going back to if we ever do like the golden moments of this, that is a golden moment of the live stream. He was absolutely hammered on that one, wasn't he? With the ironing board.
He had been out all day, had he not, beforehand? I think he'd been out like drinking all day and then come back in and continued to drink, and then next thing you see him dancing around the kitchen with an ironing board. Yeah,
that was absolutely brilliant.
So Jay, this is an interesting comment from Colin here.
I agree. Always comes down to looks every week, doesn't it?
I know.
Last week I was told to shave my hair and grow a beard.
I think you should.
I don't know if I can grow one like that, Ross, to be honest. I struggle to
grow
SPS, never mind. Speaking of SPS, though, I have been really happy with the colours at the moment. Really
starting. Did we get a wee look, mate? Can we have a look at it?
Well, let me have a little look. I'll have to put it on the blues, I think, a little bit, because it's on the whites at the moment. Let's have a little look. But yeah, so I don't know what's triggered it off. I do.
Hang on, Jay. Just 2 seconds before we go into this, there's a comment I have to put on the screen here about a geography teacher.
What's this?
My geography teacher was called Nibblewig.
So cause, oh my god. Yeah.
That's brilliant. I wonder what your nickname would be, Jay, that students call you.
What's that?
What's the nickname that students call you, I wonder?
Well, if you want to know what Year 9 called me earlier today, I can tell you. No, it's brilliant. If anybody's thinking about getting into teaching, you must. It's a brilliant job. Yeah, so obviously I dose a tiny amount of Red Sea iodine, which I don't know if that's kind of triggering a little bit of the coloration. I say it a little bit. I dose half a mil, so it is a little bit, a tiny bit. Half a mil every week, every 7 days.
Every week?
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, do you just do that manually, I take it, Jay, yeah?
Yeah, manually, yeah. So I put it under, not full blues, but we'll see which one looks best anyway.
Yeah, it's probably a bad time because the lights are going down now, isn't it? But
yeah, everything's changing, but let's get some filter on so I can see it a little bit better. I don't know how well this is going to work. It's probably
Black Pearl Reef saying that your corals have went from brown to beige now.
I've got one Acropora tenuis that's still a bit, it's kind of limping through. It's not dead, but it's like half of it's coloured and half of it isn't. And the other thing, but yeah, I got them from Signature Frags.
Yeah.
Ones that are the brightest ones.
Black Pearl Reef said start calling him Hannah. I think if the kids at your school did watch your channel, that's probably what they would call you, as Hannah.
They're cool. Can you actually see anything there? I don't know what you can see, to be honest.
Yeah, we can, mate. I'll put you full screen just now so we can see it. There we go. That's good, then.
Yeah, is that, if I hold it there?
Yeah, it looks really good, actually.
Yeah, so the millipora at the back left is kind of a rose kind of pink colour, but it's got a new extension. The one at the top, the back right, the stellata, or whatever it's called, the green one, that is just unreal. So bright.
That's
and
nice,
it's a nice branch. My digitata in the middle is bright red, and that's basing out as well. And then the Acropora that's nearest, that's actually going green at the bottom, but I don't know if you'll see it. It's got like it's different colours.
Yeah, you can just see that, yeah.
You see the green bit at the bottom as well?
Yeah.
It's really nice. The one that's kind of closest is the one that's finding it a little bit hard to colour up, as it were. But yeah, I'm really happy with them. I don't know, because you think they look really small and there's a lot of space between them, but they're going to grow, aren't they? So
yeah,
you've got to give them a bit of estate to grow into, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to end up fighting each other.
And that big gap there, that's normally where the anemone kind of sits, but that's curled up at the moment.
What's happened with the anemone, mate? Is it still there?
Yeah, it's still there, still on the it kind of reaches into the cave. I don't know what you're getting.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
It kind of reaches into the cave up here, its foot, and then it'll extend out onto that big area there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it kind of sits. But yeah, the mushroom just bounces about, but it's over here.
Where is it just now? Let's see it.
It's over here. So it goes all over. I mean, it's really like yours. Do you know you record, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's down here. So I don't even know where I'm pointing. There you go.
Yeah, I can see it, mate.
So it's there, yeah, at the moment, and it just bounces about in different parts of the tank.
Ah, looks good. Yeah. How's the Zoa garden doing, mate? Let's see that.
So we go. Oh, don't. Backshift Reef is going to be disappointed, but it's still my 3.
I want to get theirs or not.
Yeah, the Zoas that's spread all over at the moment. That one has, but I need to. Someone in the comments earlier put scrambled egg Zoas, which I know they're kind of like your standard ones, but I really like those, and I want more yellow.
Yeah, I've got scrambled eggs in my tank, mate, and I think they're really, really nice. The yellow colour really pops out compared to most of the standard kind of coral colours you get.
Yeah, they're awesome, aren't they? Anyway,
Backshift Reefer said that he might have some frags for you soon, mate. So.
Oh, God bless him. Obviously, I pay for him. I pay for everything I put in my tank. So yeah, mate. If you've got some nice ones, I'll have them, but I'll definitely pay for them.
There you go.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying the SPS. They took a while to get established, but now, which is exciting, I'm starting to see them basing out on the rock. So they're obviously happy, and there's some nice colour going. But yeah, I've got 4 at the moment. I don't know if I've got room for maybe 1 more, but yeah, yeah, scrambled eggs. They're one of my favourites actually, and they're not expensive.
Gee, I don't know if you've actually seen Colin's tank, but if you go on YouTube, you'll see Colin Garvey's tank on there, and it's actually quite nice, to be fair.
Has he got a YouTube channel then?
Yeah, he does, yeah. Another Scottish guy. Plugging the Scottish guys here.
No, what is it called? Is it just his name, Colin Garvey?
I think it's just his name, Colin Garvey, mate, yeah. You should be able to find it anyway. Scott Morrison's saying Sunny Dieselers, that's another good shout.
Yeah, Sunny D's are good, aren't they?
Oh, there's Mother Reef gave us the 5-minute warning.
Oh, bless her. Thanks, Julie. She's a diamond, Julie. She hasn't missed. I don't think she's missed a live stream.
No, she's probably one of the ones that's been on it since the start.
Get her on because our Steve, he's always working, and
I know.
we struggle to get our team of 4, don't we?
We should maybe do another open mic night and just invite people that want to join us again, for even if they want to pop on for 5 minutes to say hello, because a lot of these people have been here from the start, like you say, and maybe just want a wee 5 minutes on to say hello.
Yeah, see if there's any interest. An open mic.
Put it in the comments if anybody would be interested in joining a wee open mic night again. We'll just have, even if you want to join on for 5 minutes or so, let us know and we can sort that out.
Yeah, I'm just nosy. I'd like to look at people's tanks.
Oh, there seems to be a movement here. Michael Butler said Julie on next week.
Next week.
I just want Julie on so that I can say, right, Julie, that's your time up, time to go. That's it, time up, Julie.
Yeah. I also fancy, I know it's a bit random, but I fancy some Gorgonians as well. I've never seen a bad reef with Gorgonians.
Oh, yeah.
They look good, don't they? They do.
Is it Sea Friendly Reef that's got the Gorgonians in his tank?
Yeah, he's got the Gorgonians.
They look really nice, don't they?
Yeah.
It's the movement he's got.
The photo, whatever they are, the ones that grow with light.
Yeah.
I think that a Gorgonian looked really nice, sat right at the back. Across here.
Yeah, just to a bit of movement on it.
Yeah.
So there we go. Algae Warrior said he's up for that. I know that Algae Warrior spoke to me before about coming on, so he would be up for that. And then good. I think we could probably encourage Julie to come on as well. I think. There's a good shout.
For the last 10 minutes. And she can do the ending.
Maybe that's what we should do: is get Julie on every week, just 5 minutes before the end, just so she can ring the wee bell and say, that's time up, lads. On you go.
Time up. That would be really good, actually. She's
Salty Vegas, he'd like to come on. So yeah, I think there's quite a few people who would be interested in that. So we might do another open mic night and just have people who want to come on, join us for a bit and show your tank, have a wee look about. And, yeah, we could do that.
I think that's definitely a goer. It's just nice to see everybody else's tanks, you know. I bet people are focused in my tank, to be honest. It's always on blooming. It's on every night, every Friday, isn't it?
Yeah. It's one of those, though, that it'd be good for us to see other people. I bet they're all fed up and seeing our face. So
yeah.
There we go. Colette said, "So sorry, can't get back on. Thanks for having us tonight. Really enjoyed it." So thanks much to Colette for joining us tonight. Really appreciate you filling in the slot there. So
I didn't know that was Colette come up before. I didn't know that was a surname.
Yeah, that's Colette. So can't get back on. But yeah, thanks very much to Colette for joining us. I think everybody agree that she was a good host for filling in tonight. So really do appreciate that. Thanks very much, Colette.
Yeah, thank you, Colette. You're awesome, and keep up the great work with your reef tank.
Definitely. So yeah, it looks like there is some people. Julie's saying she's too shy, but we'll convince Julie to come on, I think.
I think so. So, any plans for the weekend, Ross, on the tank?
Just my usual maintenance, mate. I don't think there's anything exciting happening. I'm trying. I know I've got my gloves, but I'm trying to keep my hands out the tank now and just leave it to do what it's going to do. To be fair, I'll do my water change and so on. But yeah, that's really it, mate. Nothing for mine. How about you? Anything on yours?
I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. I do want to get my. Don't laugh. I do want to get my little blood red shrimp a new friend. Right. I do want that to happen. So I need to see where there might be one available, but that's another thing in the pipeline. Time's up, Pete. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Anyway, really enjoyed it tonight as well. Yeah,
thanks very much, everybody. It's obviously a bit more difficult with just the three of us on tonight, but do really appreciate it, and thanks very much to everybody for joining us. Like Julie says, time's up, so yeah, thank you very much. Now, next week, are we on Paul's channel next week? We are, aren't we? Yeah.
I think we're on Paul's channel. Yeah, I think it's Paul's channel. He's back.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's back.
Don't know if Steve's back.
No, nice.
There we go, just in time.
Hey! Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, that was hard work.
Oh my god. Where did you go? What did you do?
So my phone died without telling me that I had a warning. Usually it says 10%, 5%.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't charge with the lead. So I've got it up on my PC. My PC's not got a camera, so I couldn't log on.
Oh my god. Well, we've had a lovely evening, Colette. Thank you so much for joining us.
So sorry.
In fact, you are the only guest that's been on twice.
Whee!
That's true, yeah.
I think that's true, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. That's a first, so yeah. Well done.
Thank you so much. I've just realised I've still got the sound on this PC. But all I can hear is the repeat like 20 seconds later.
Delayed, isn't it?
I'm just so sorry that I've logged on as we're finishing, but thank you very much for having me back on. I've enjoyed it.
No, it's been great. Thanks very much for joining us. Really appreciate it. It's been good.
You'll have to drop in again. And thank you to everybody for all the comments in the stream. That's kept us going as well tonight. You know, everyone
and make sure you all buy an OnlyFins top.
Yeah. Get your OnlyFins tops. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is us for tonight. So like we say, next week we'll be on Paul's channel, I believe. We'll get the kind of poster out for that, hopefully the next couple of days, see what's happening on that. I'm not sure if Steve is back next week or not. I don't know if he's working. Not 100% sure. We'll find out anyway and we'll let everybody know. But yeah, thanks very much. Jay, Colette, thank you very much to you guys, and thanks to everybody in the chat. It's been brilliant. So
thank
love
you.
And leave you at that.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have a lovely weekend.
Yeah, enjoy it, everybody. Take care.
Enjoy.
Come on, England.
Come on, England. Bring it home.
Take care, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.